Hello, 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 hello. Grandma here for our nightly live. Oh, and I forgot to do something. I was asked to number these, and I forgot. Darn it. It almost makes me want to go out and come back in, but I will not. I'll wait. Hey, Patty. Welcome, welcome. I'm finally here. A few minutes late. Not too bad. I forgot I hadn't fed baby, so I had to feed her. So here I'm about to go live, and I'm like, oh, I didn't feed baby. I got to run. Uh, hey, Pat. Hey, Nikki. Hey, hey, hey. I would have been here a few minutes ago, but I forgot to feed baby. I had to go run and microwave her food. Thank you. I'm going to do it tonight, too. I'm going to do it if it doesn't rain. I mean, I'm not going to go out there and walk if it's raining or icy or anything like that, but I'm going to try to do a little bit more each week I mean each day if I can, or try to stay the same. So I'm not going to try to give myself a heart attack out there. We had rain today. Uh, Hopefully we don't have rain today. So I'm hoping anyway. But it looked nice out there earlier, but don't mean it doesn't now. Yeah, I figured. I hope it's not hurting my. It can't hurt me because some people say you shouldn't really go overboard with the exercise when you first start out and da 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 da. But I can't imagine that I'm hurting myself by going out there and walking. So I'm not going to worry about it because I got to walk around. I hope we didn't have a lot of rain. So many stuff like floods going on. I was going to look before I came on about how that hurricane was doing. I forgot to check. That was a busy live. Did you go to the live? You went to the live, Patty, right? Nikki, there was at one point like 19 in the chat. That's the most I think I've ever seen it. See the 18 or 19. I think it was 19. I was like, what? It was insane. But it was a topic. Yeah, and it went over. I kept looking at I was like hesitant to actually close the chat down because there was so many people. It was the highest that we've seen, but I figured I don't want to go past 9:30, and we still went about a minute past 9:30. So, oh, what was the topic? It was struggles of being an overweight person. All the different things. I mean, the list was huge. I put together a list, and then even after I put together the list, I still had all kinds of notes that as the day was progressing, I kept thinking of more, but I didn't want to do this whole printout again. So I just was struggling. I was just writing them all over my paper. So yeah, struggles. Here, I'll put it up so you can take a peek. So it was struggles. Yeah, about the first half hours is we go over the list. But you should be able to see what people said too, what they were saying. Yeah, after that, that last hour was just, talk, asking questions. And my brother showed up again. I'm happy to go stay at my dad's till 7. Yeah, of course you should. Family always comes first before anything on YouTube or before anything, period. I'll have to go watch the replay for a little bit. It's going to be hard for me to make the live, so hopefully Brandy can. She tries. And if I know someone, like if Ralphie, someone that I trust, is there all the time, I could probably ask another person too. Because if we're gonna have that many lives, I mean that many people coming in, I'm rushing, joining more balls for my. Oh, I'm rushing. Hi, Tammy. Welcome, welcome. We've really got a strong core that comes here and comes to this live. I'm so happy about that because it really does suck when nothing's on TV and you just sit here in silence, maybe a little bit of music, and you just crochet. It's like I got company. I like that. I can, talk and they answer back. Russian join. I don't know what a Russian join is, but I'm going to have to look that up because that's the second time you talked about it. So is that the one where it's not really a knot, but it's a strong connection or something? Yeah, my daughter keeps sending me pictures of what today was like. Oh, you use the needle and weave two ends together. Oh, okay. It should only be this week that I have a problem. We'll be at Saturdays. Oh, it's oh, it's all right. Yeah, all's good. You take care of family. You use the needle and weave. I'm gonna have to check into it. Watch a video. I like learning new things. Oh, you're eating on your own. My goodness, you must have been starving. I didn't have to coach her into eating. Yeah, I forgot that I didn't feed her, tonight. So I was sitting down getting ready to sign in, and I had to run back out, get her food out of the freezer, put it in the microwave, and she's like chowing real fast. You starving baby. Mama's ignored you today. I forgot to feed you. She got fed this morning. It was tonight's meal, but she doesn't normally eat until after we're live anyway. Look at you go to town. That's what I like to see. Now you seem like a typical dog to me. That's how you should be. That's how you should be. Yeah. All right, I'm not gonna watch. You go ahead and eat. If I watch her, she won't eat. I have to pretend like I'm not watching her. She loves her chicken. I know, right? I didn't. At least I didn't have to hand feed her tonight. That can get annoying sometimes. Oh, 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 oh. Did that one wrong. Look at that. Man, oh man, you ate that fast. Holy Toledo, baby. You're acting like you're starving. What's Mama doing? Look at her. Chowing down on that. Darn. This makes me happy. This makes me happy. Because I do get nervous about her not eating. My husband's constantly telling, don't worry about her. She's not going to starve. So what's everyone working on? I know Patty's working on her blanket, her bedspread. And Nikki, that's gross. You can eat it and puke it up and let the cat and let the a bit and let the cat. Ugh. It's kind of right. I'm working on my Tunisian, which I did 2 rows of my dad and had to tear out the two I did. Oh no! Ugh, that stinks. Well, that scared the crap out of me, baby. No, don't do that. Just eat it, honey. She's hiding her food underneath her mat in there. She's got like 2 more bites and she's stuffing it down underneath the mat. Baby, no one's going to eat it. You don't have to save it for later. If you're hungry, I'll give you some more. No, no. She's got 2 pieces she's hiding. Is it the last 2 pieces? Yep. We get you some water. Yeah, you want some fresh water? There you go. She was almost out of water, too. Jeez. She's crazy. She's in there burying her food. The last 2 chunks, last 2 pieces of chicken. You know, I'm going to have to go in there and dig later and pull them out. You know, I'm going to have to pull them out of there. Yeah, I will. She's crazy. You feel better? You feel better with something in your belly now? Now you're gonna fall asleep, right? And I don't have my sweater on. You're gonna want to crawl on my shirt. I just know it. You know, modesty, please. Yeah, you good mama's girl. Oh, you mama's girl. Yeah, you want a little attention? Oh, well, that was a burp. Did you eat too fast, maybe? Don't matter. They hang all the way down to my belly, so it's not like too much can be revealed. Right, darling? Right, darling? Oh, mama's little girl. Oh, you mama's little girl. You love your mommy. I love you too. Yes, I love you too. You're mama's girl. You're mama's girl. So I see some more are coming in. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. You gonna let mama crochet? What are you doing? What are you doing? You being weird? Did I drop something on my shirt that you like? Hmm? Yeah, I love you. I'm glad you're acting like a dog finally. Yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. You're the pretty girl. Yeah, you're the pretty girl. Hi, Judy. And the big Italian. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Um, oh, yes. Mama loves you too. Yes. Mama loves you. Yes. Can you tell it's baby time? She's very persistent when it's baby time that she gets some attention. Yeah. That you get some attention, huh? You want some attention? Yeah. Oh, I love you. Yes, you're such a pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl. Yes, you are. You're such a pretty girl. Yeah, you're such a pretty girl. Mama loves you. Do you love mommy? Hmm? Yeah, you love mommy. You're such a pretty girl. Yes, you are. You're so lovely. You're such a princess. Yes, you're such a princess. I am crocheting the viewer's choice blanket. I'll probably be on this forever. That's what it feels like. Uh, I've been really busy this week. Yeah, baby's my girl. She's in one of those I love you moments moods. So when she gets like this, I have to stop my crocheting and just love on her for a bit. And then she'll get tired of it and go in her house and go back to sleep. Yes, but you're so pretty. Yes, you posing for everybody. Are you smiling? You got a big smile on your face. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You just got a big smile. Yeah. I love you, darling. I love you. I do. I love you so much. Yeah. No inside the mouth kissing is not allowed. Yeah. You want some more praises, huh? You mama's princess, my little baby girl. Yeah, you like that? Are you my pretty girl? My beautiful young lady? Yeah, you're my beautiful girl. You're so pretty. Yes, you're so pretty. Yeah, you are. And I talked to Brandy tonight about cutting your toenails, and she said yes, and then she got busy. Yeah, imagine that. But you're getting your toenails clipped. I can't stand them that long. Yeah, she does. It's me and her. Me and her. And she's another reason too I have to lose all this weight. What would become of her if anything happened to me? I can't imagine. She is my responsibility, right? Yeah, you're my responsibility. Do you see how she is when I come in from a walk? Oh my goodness gracious, she is like crazy. Aren't you? You're crazy. You're a crazy girl. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. And I love you too. Someone would someone would have to take it in, Brandy. Yeah, she would have to go there. Actually, Brandy can't take her right now because Brandy's oldest dog has attacked her. She attacks things like rodents, and I think she thinks baby's a rodent. So we keep the two of them very, very separate. Her dog is it's a pit bull, but like an American bulldog type thing, not so much a pit bull. Yeah, I love you, darling. I love you so much. Yes, I love you so much. You're truly my baby. Yes, you're truly my baby. Just checking, making sure you don't have anything like fleas or anything, and you don't. I'm not seeing any. Or any ticks. I don't see ticks either. So you're good. What is that? Oh, that's your booby. Sorry about that. I thought she had. What is wrong right there? It's her. Here, it's her booby. It's her booby. Mm, hiccups. Oh, you got hiccups? Rah. Yeah, you mama's baby girl. Yeah, you're the girl. You're the sweet girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The sweet girl. Yes, you're the sweet girl. I love you, you know. I do. I love you. What? What? You gonna let me crochet tonight? No? You don't want me to crochet tonight? You want me to keep patting on you and loving you? Is that it? I do not want to hesitate this whole thing apart again. So I'm being very, 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 very careful. Ah, I hate it when I have to take out rows of something because I made a mistake. Sometimes you're like, can I fix this? And it's like, no, you just got to take it apart. Kissy, kissy. Yeah, she is. She is the sweetest dog I've ever had. Very, very, very sweet disposition. Everything. She is just, yes, she does have that tongue going on. And it does not taste very good when she deep throats you either. It's the worst taste ever. I think it's worse than liver. Very loving. Yes, she is. She's very loving. What are you going to do? What are you doing? It's up to you. What do you want to do? You want to lay right there? You want to lay right there? You want me to grab one of your blankets? I don't see your blue blanket. Where's your blue blanket? Did it fall down here? Ooh, that's where your ducky is. There's your ducky. Hey, you want me to put this over you? Right like that? Oh, now you're interested in the ducky, huh? Oh, you don't want this on. Is that what you're saying? You're interested in your ducky? Worse than liver. Oh my god. Oh my god. Too funny. Ah, oh, it's too funny. Oh, I know what I wanted to do tonight. Forgot. Ah, these things I keep forgetting. They could turn all the liver away. Oh, they could burn all the liver away, and I would miss it. You don't like liver, Tammy? Now, last Saturday, I believe it was last Saturday night. Was it last Saturday? It's either Saturday or Friday. I can't remember when the live was, but I had bought some liver to try, and how can I say this? I was dared to do it during a live and eat liver, so I did it. Yeah, I ate liver live Friday night, last Friday night. And I hadn't had it for 55 years and it wasn't that bad. Must have been my mother's cooking or something because it weren't that bad. That's what I thought I was going to do, Tammy. That's just what I thought I was going to do. No, I did not have any onions with it. I just had, well, I had, what I put with it was a couple of slices of butter, and I had some sausage wrapped with bacon, and then I took the liver and cooked it in the bacon grease with some butter and cooked it for about, I don't know, maybe 3, 4 minutes on each side, and took it. I started cooking it just before the sausages were done, and then I just took it out of the fry pan. No onions. That's how my mother cooked it. And I think that's why what about it I didn't like maybe. That's the only thing I could think of because the house used to smell awful. You know, onions and liver together smells awful. Yes, because baby's tongue is not as good as liver. It's worse than liver. But everyone here, most people hate liver. So it's worse than liver. If you're a person that hates the taste of liver, baby's tongue is worse than that. Now, I'm not saying that liver is the best taste in food in the world because it's not. But knowing that it's healthy and good for me being on a carnivore diet, can I be okay with it? Because it doesn't taste bad either. I think I'm going to be sick. Yeah, that's my thing. That's why I did never ate it my entire life was because I had so many bad childhood memories of liver. My mother used to make us sit at the table when I was like 10, 11 years old, and we could not get off the table until the liver was gone. She was determined we were going to eat liver. Yeah, I love onions, cooked onions, don't get me wrong, but I just did not like my mother's cooks. I'm sorry, Mom, but I just, you know me, I just did not like your your liver. I'm sorry that I'm saying all this about you. Yeah. Oh, look at that. She's sound asleep on top of a blanket, no less. Don't aren't you cold, baby? I don't want you to be cold because I know you're worse about the cold than I am. How about if I bring this and put this around you a little bit, okay? This way here, you have a little bit of warmth. Yeah, if you want it, you got it, okay? Yeah, and see, you can still look out and still be all comfy cozy. How about that? How about that? Yeah, is that okay? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that live wasn't so bad today. We had quite a few people. We had quite a few people in there. What did I eat today? Oh gosh. My first meal I had last night. I hard boiled some eggs, and so I deshelled them and put them in the fridge. So when I got up about 2ish, I guess it was, or 1ish, I went ahead and cut them in half and just ate them with a couple of, oh, I'm going to say about 2 slices of cheese. And yes, I did eat some butter with the eggs. So that was my first meal. My second meal, which I ate probably about 6 o'clock or so, I ate some ribs and some brisket, and I think that was it. Yeah. My son, he's in town, and he went to a barbecue restaurant that served barbecue. I mean, they brought in a bunch of stuff, but all I ate was just the meat. They had things like corn muffins and macaroni and cheese and a bunch of different vegetables and green beans and broccoli and a bunch of stuff. But I just ate I just ate the meat. I did get tempted with one thing is they also had whipped butter that was in a bowl to go with the muffins that had cinnamon in it, but I wasn't sure if it was with sugar or not. Have you guys ever heard of that? Whipped butter with cinnamon? But I'm assuming the cinnamon was with sugar, but I don't know that. So since I didn't know, I didn't try that butter. Otherwise, I would have ate it. But the reason why they went to the reason why I don't know where they went to get all the food. I really didn't ask. I didn't think to ask even, but it must have been somewhere near where our chicken place is because they also got some chicken for the grandkids. Now the brisket was beef, that I know, but I'm not. The ribs were pork, so I was like, all right, I'll eat the brisket, but I only had one of the ribs because I just wasn't quite sure, and then I finished off the eggs. Oh, it does have confectioner sugar in the cinnamon butter, yeah, and that's why I didn't touch it. I didn't want to take the chance. But hello, Cindy Burns. Yeah, I didn't even take a taste. I just when they said it was cinnamon butter, I was like, no, I think I'll stay away from that. I'll just eat my good bacon, good butter that I know what it is. I'm glad you said that because I have a whole bowl of it in my fridge. Now I know not to touch it. Yeah. Hello, hello, Colorado. I want to check something out. Printable map of the world. Yeah, I don't trust you. Etsy. Printable maps. No. No. Okay, let's print that one out. Print. I'm looking for a printable map of the world. And that might be it. We'll see. Download. I've been very surprised that we're getting so many people from around the world that I thought, you know what? I want to get a map and start keeping track of where people are from. Especially last night when we had someone from North Korea in the room. Whoops. I almost closed the live chat. Gonna close all this. See, I'm gonna use this one for now. And Cindy, Colorado. Cindy. And we'll have Nikki. And I know we have someone from Maine. That is Ralph. See, I'm putting people's names on it. I don't have to have the where they live, just Tammy, where were you from? Who else wants to be on my map? Who else wants to be on my map? Let's see, can I find North Korea? Pat's Ohio, okay. Ohio is Patty. Tammy, wow, I've never even heard of that. So I'm gonna say Canada for Tammy. Tammy Laba. And in here I'm gonna put MANITOBA, only because I never heard of it before. Got Tammy on the world. And I can't remember that guy's name from last night. But we've had people from Ireland in here, Australia in here, just all over the place. Let's see if we can fill it up. Get someone from every state. That would be cool to get someone from every state. Yeah, and let's see, Cindy is from Oregon. Where's Oregon? Right there. Cindy. I'm going to just put Cindy Ban. Oh, Barbara Jean is from Texas. So we'll put Barbara Jean down. Barbara Jean. I can't remember where everyone's from, but the ones I know Casey's also, and I better put Casey down too. So I'm going to put everybody else down. There's a lot of Texas people. Casey. Yeah, same as you. Did you see we were over 800 subscribers now? Holy Toledo. All right, now I can close this. Close that and that. And I don't know where that came from. Close that. Yeah, 8:02 to be exact. No, don't forget, but don't forget all your jail buddies. Oh, that's right, but I don't know. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to say, because they did come in. So that's Hunter. Whoops, I forgot the N. Hunter Bridges Sierra. A lot from Texas. I wonder how far that has spread that I'm I've gone live. I wonder how many from the jail is actually watching. Well, hello, Williamson County Jail. I think of you every day, and I have dreams a lot of Sergeant Masick wearing a tutu and ballerina slippers and doing the tutu around the jail. Just so you can let her know that I have dreams of her in a tutu skirt doing little spins. Sergeant Masick. So let her know. I said I need to stop dreaming about her. I doubt they're in here. Uh, if it goes up to 11, 12, and we got lurkers, I'll say it again. Better watch what you do. A lot of people, everyday people would think it's, oh my God, you worked at a jail. But you know what? It was a nice place to work for 20 years. A lot of people, think bad about those in law enforcement, but they go through a lot dealing with people. Lisa Barrios, hello from Iowa. Hello, Lisa. I'm going to put you down on my map. I'm keeping track of all the people that come in from all these different states. Would you believe I can't find Iowa? I don't know where it would be. Let's see, that's South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa. There it is. And I'm going to put Lisa down. Lisa. Anyone else want to be on my map? Welcome, Lisa, to Grandma's Crazy Crochet. I've seen the mouse you made. So cute. Have made any other animals. Yeah, teddy bears. I'm mad at a teddy bear. I still got to put a teddy bear on a face. But I got mad at that teddy bear. I can't remember. Oh, because of the head. I tried crocheting his head so many times one night, and I kept taking it out that I got so mad at it that after I finished making the head and put it, I I refuse to put the face on it. So it's a faceless teddy bear right now. I got to get over it and put the face on him. But I have made elephants, teddy bears, tons and tons of rabbits and snakes, and oh my goodness. Even potatoes with cheeky butts on them. Stressed potatoes and support potatoes with cheeks, butt cheeks on them. A lacy beanie. Nice. I want to find me a beanie hat, even with a pom pom. I think I found some in a book. That's just super easy that I can just, make a bunch of them because I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hurry up and get this blanket done so I can work on that. Work on my winter projects, my mittens, so I can pass them out. Some hats. I gotta go to my suite. I'm working on a Tunisian blanket. Then I gotta go to my suite. Oh, your sweater. Okay, got it. About I always give away my things, but this is mine. Yeah, I give a lot of things away too. I make something, I give it away. Give it for Christmas presents. I got a bunch of projects that I made for Christmas that are in the Christmas pile. It's going to take me a week just to wrap up all these presents. When Joann's Fabrics went out of business, I went to that store on that one of their last days, and if you bought over 20 items, which I did because I bought a bunch of yarn, you can you got more off your stuff. So I bought a bunch of stuff like kits for kids, craft kits and stuff. Quite a few of those, um, and like these decorative type boxes with lids, decorative boxes like made out of like cardboard or a hard box that you would want to save something like a hat box. And I'm going to use that to, put something in those, like maybe some pretty candles or slippers or, maybe something crocheted. So I got a lot of stuff, candles, all kinds of stuff from Joann's when they closed, and for cheap. I'm talking like dirt cheap. I'm talking about under $1 cheap for stuff for like a craft kit because it was 90% off. And then when if you had over 20 stuff, you got another 50% off on your entire order. So I bought a ton of stuff, and I mean even rugs. There was rugs. I bought like 6 rugs, just a ton of stuff. I think it was 6. Yes, I think it was 6 rugs I bought, or 4. Can't remember. But yeah, and it came to like dirt cheap. It was like about 20, 30, $40. Items were costing like $1. If I would have thought about it, I would have got more of the rugs, but I didn't because I'll never find those. Holly's Crocheted Life and Randomness. Hello, hello. Doing good here. How are you? Just crocheting along. A bunch of us are just sitting here crocheting, chit chatting. We talk about anything and all things. And we do this every single night. We get together about 10, 11 o'clock for about 3, 4, 5 hours. We've been known to sit here. What was our longest time, Nikki? Do you remember? Like 6 hours, maybe? I think it was about maybe 5, 6 hours straight. We were in here chit chatting one night, crocheting, and we had someone from North Korea in here last night. I can't remember his name, but I can't remember what he was doing. I've been watching the replays for the last few days. My replays? Or, oh, you're in New Zealand. New Zealand. I'm gonna put you on my map. I gotta figure out where New Zealand is because that's kind of like a hidden place, I think. Aw, well, thank you. I don't know where New Zealand is. Australia, New Zealand. There it is. It's a little island way down there. Oh, crochet life. Well, thank you for watching them, Holly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it is awesome. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. When someone in the chat last night, and I can't remember his name, said, yeah, I'm from North Korea. I was like, wow, okay. Wow. I never expected that in a million years. And you know what? Everyone that, you know, oh, well, that's understandable. God, when I was pregnant, oh, I, I felt like I was always sleeping. I was so tired. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That means a lot. One thing about this community, it's full of special, great people. But I think crocheters and carnivores are special people. You must be making a lot of stuff for the baby. Are you starting the carnivore tomorrow? Well, good for you. You can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But one of the things that's different for me, for a lot of people, is I never got into eating candy because I'm allergic to like chocolate and stuff. So I never really had a sugar addiction. Mine was more like bread and chips addiction. I loved eating chips, that salty crunch. And the breads, oh my God, what can I say about breads? It's just absolutely delicious. All breads. So that was my addiction. A lot of people have problems with the addiction of sugar. Yeah, all those things turn into a sugar, yes. You know, but how about a blanket? Babies go through a lot of blankets. That I can tell you. Seemed like one of the things I was always washing when my kids were younger was their blanket because their diaper would leak or something. They vomited on them. I had one that was allergic to the formula and I didn't know it, so of course she was constantly upchucking. Yeah, there you go. And crocheting is very calming. And make sure you think about your baby while you're crocheting it because then it's considered a memory blanket. And after she outgrows it, you can save it and give it to her when she's older. And you can say, when I was pregnant with you, I crocheted a blanket for you and I just thought about you and loved you through that blanket. So that blanket is full of good vibes and happiness and love. Yes, it is good therapy. Well, hello to all those that are coming in. I see we have 9 in here. Rip, rip, rip. Yeah. Nikki's our ribbit girl. She likes to ribbit. Rip it out. She loves it. Yeah, yeah. I can't believe we're over 800 on the subscribers. It's crazy. It's happening so fast. Back in the 70s, I crocheted cute dresses for my girls. They were jumpers. I can't find that pattern anymore. Oh, I want to make my great grandgirls, but nothing. Oh, my youngest grandchild is 10, and I doubt she would. I am going to be making her a sweater, though. I got to get it on the hook. Oh, geez, it's getting late. I may have to put this up until I get those 2 sweaters done. I hate the thought of that, but I got to get that sweater done. Can't stop. I want to make so much. I want to make so many things, but it just doesn't feel like I have enough time in the day. And I just want to do. So I'm glad I don't have a full time job because that would be so hard to sit here and crochet and work full time and do all the things that I do, with yarn, crocheting and stuff. That would be crazy. That means you get to work half on the viewers and half on theirs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something here because I got to get those sweaters done. I don't really get my patterns from there. Mine are mostly from Etsy, but I get a lot of free patterns from what's the name of that? Um, from stores like Hobby Lobby, Michaels, Hirschner's, Mary Maxim, Inspirations. I go and see what they get for free patterns, and some of the free patterns are really good patterns. All right, make there. So anyone watched the live tonight at 8 where we talked about struggles for an overweight person? Mm. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Now Thursday night's live is going to talk about victories on a carnivore diet, in case anybody's curious. Okay. Thank you, Tammy. And hello, hello. I see more have come in. Welcome to Grandma's I was going to say cozy corner, crazy corner, crochet corner, chatty corner. It's all kinds of things corner. Yeah. Yeah, and I might do that. I might crochet on this for 2 hours and then crochet on this for 2 hours. So I might just do that. Welcome workers. Oh, lurkers. Okay. I keep yawning. I don't know why. I'm drinking coffee and I shouldn't be tired. I slept plenty last night. Yeah, you never know what I'm going to do. Some of the things I swear that I come up with. Oh gosh. You wouldn't believe what my daughter did. Ginny, she's a prankster. And she's my daughter, Ginny. She lives downstairs. Well, last night, where was it? Last night? Or was it tonight? I can't remember. But she came home from work. She went downstairs and she put on these fake eyelashes. I swear it must have been this long. They were huge, coming out like, and she goes, "How I look? How do I look?" And she comes in and she's making all these faces right next to my face. And she goes, "I want to do you up for your live. I want to do your face makeup for your live." And I'm thinking, yeah, that could be because I keep talking. I don't shut up, so it could be because I'm low on oxygen. So one of these days I'm going to say, sure, make me up. And I'm going to come on this live and I swear I'm going to look like a clown and know that it was Jenny that did it to me. She wants to do my makeup all the time for a live. I want to do your face. I want to do your face. And I can just see it now. Eyelashes. I wouldn't be able to fit my glasses on because I'd have to keep them off so that I could, and I wouldn't be able to see because of the darn eyelashes. I'd have to have them down here, and I still think they would be like window washers for my glasses. How long have I been crocheting? In my lifetime, I've been crocheting since I've been about 10 years old, and I am 65. So I've been crocheting for 55 years. Same here, I'm 71. Yeah, yeah. And I'm not sure if it's easier nowadays or harder. It changes. My mom crocheted, and on Saturdays she would go to this. It was a women's group at the neighborhood center that was for people that crocheted and knitted, and she would let me sit on it with my younger siblings. They would get they would be sent off to the babysitter, but I was older, 10, 11 years old tops. So I got to sit in with the grown-up ladies, and they would give me yarn and stuff to play with, and I'd watch them. I'm left-handed, so my mom couldn't really teach me. I would watch her and then try to change it around in my head on what she's doing, try to create what she was doing, being right, her being right-handed. Yeah, I didn't know any left-handers when I was younger. The first time I ever seen anyone crochet right-handed, now I'm 60, well, I'll be 65 next month, um, was just a year ago. It was Juan the Yarn Addict. I don't know if you guys know Juan the Yarn Addict, but he was the first person that I'd ever seen at that point that was left-handed crocheting. Yeah, my mom used to crochet and knit. She made sweaters for my children. She used to make doilies for Christmas presents, and gosh, she's made beds and bedspreads and table covers, and gosh, she made so many things. But mostly, she loved to crochet doilies, and she'd sit there for hours and hours doing her doilies. And there was one doily I absolutely loved that she made, and I've never been able to find it yet, but I will. And I'm probably going to make it. And that was a doily that was a white doily, and it had flowers on the end. It was pansies. And she would have pink pansies and purple pansies, and it was just so pretty. And I always thought one day I'm going to make me a pansy doily, and I never did. I haven't found the right pansy doily yet, not the one my mom made. I wish I had gotten all of her books, but I didn't think to grab them all. But I was flying and I had to fly back, so I only grabbed probably about 6 or 8 of her books. But she had boxes upon boxes of crochet books. I wish that I had taken a chance to go through them all, and I didn't. I should say take the time to go through them all, and I didn't, because I regret it now. I don't even have one of my mother's doilies. Oh, we got someone else came in. Hello, hello to whoever just came in. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your visit. We just chit chat, talk about anything and all things. We have a good time. Some just sit in the corner, lurk and listen in and crochet, and that's fine. She tied me to the corner. Oh, I love baby cakes. Yeah, I love you, darling. Yeah, I love you. She tied you to the chair in the corner. A different size bed other than a queen? And someone needs to tell me there's another size bed other than a queen. Yeah, there's two more sizes above a queen. Two more sizes bigger than a queen that I know of. I like doing lap ones because usually, not all of them, because I got quite a few big ones that I've made. They're mostly now. I've made some kings, I've made some queens, and some fulls. But mostly mine are like just throws, or they're for my lap. They're for me because I get chilly, and I like to wrap up in a blanket when I'm cold. But I don't need a king size blanket when I'm chilly. There. Now you're warm. Now I don't have to worry about you because you're covered up. Right? Right? Yeah. According to my brain, you do. But there's nothing harm with having a huge blanket because you can always fold it in half, and there might be a time that you're in your car and you travel to Ohio and you're going to be thankful that you have that blanket because it's going to be freezing. It's going to be snow on the ground. You're going to be, I remember when I made this blanket. Yes, I'll be walking again tonight after here before my shower. Before I go to bed, I'm going to walk. Yeah, until you have to rip it out. So, yeah, I'm going to do another walk tonight. As long as it's not raining, I'm not going to go out and walk in the rain. I mean, if it's misty out, I'll walk in that, but not in the pouring rain. But other than that, I am going to walk at least a little bit, do what I can. I'm doing 3 walks up and down my driveway last night, and I'm going to do at least 3. I mean, my driveway, if I had cars lined up, I would be able to put at least 6 or 7 cars lengths in my driveway. That's how far that I'm walking. Just the length of my driveway. So I'm going to say tops, it would be 7 small car lengths. And I'm going to take the camera with me. I feel like I got company when I'm walking, so I just talk in it. And whatever it is I'm thinking of at the moment is what I talk about. I think it helps me keep going. I don't know, but it's enjoyable thinking I'm not alone. And besides, if someone was to murder me out there after dark, it would be on camera. They'll have it for evidence. One night I thought I was hearing gunshots. I don't know if it was gunshots. It could have been fireworks for all I know. And then I heard a police siren right after that, but it was in a distance. It wasn't like it was in the next door neighbor or anything. I mean, it was in a distance, maybe like a mile away or something, or further. I don't know. But it was like, yeah, I think it's time for me to go inside. Because at the time, that was my first night. I thought I was hearing, like, how you think you hear footsteps, like someone walking and snapping on, you know, like branches or something. I was hearing that, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I better go inside. They're not getting a lot of response, I don't think, but I like the positive comments, even if there's only a few. It makes me feel good about what I'm doing. And one of the comments, I read all the comments too. One of the comments suggested I get a cane. And I remembered I put away my canes last year. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go out the garage and get one. So that's what I did last night. I went out in the garage, got a cane. And I think I sold one because I had a yard sale sticker from last year on the cane. So I think one of them I sold. But believe it or not, as odd as it sounds, the cane makes me feel more steady walking and not so wobbly. Might be my imagination, I don't know, but might be my insecurity speaking, I don't know. But I felt more sure of myself on the, putting with the cane. I don't know how much of my belly I'll lose. I honestly don't, but we'll see. I don't know how much of an fat apron hang I'll have. No idea. I hope it doesn't go down beyond my knees. I actually get weirded out thinking it could go down beyond your knees. Someone has suggested using some coconut oil to put on my belly so it would help shrink it. I don't know if that's a fact or not. I have no idea. But I do want to walk every day. And if no one watches those videos, it's okay. I'm just doing it because I need to. But I do when I'm editing Flawed Beauty. I've heard collagen helps the skin tighten after weight loss, but I've never tried it. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that too. I ought to do a search on that because if I can, I doubt I'll ever get rid of all of it. I'm sure I'm going to have some loose skin, but if some of it can be tightened, that would be great. That's like a plus. It's a victory. But I know some of it is not going to go away, or I should say, all of it is not going to go away. If I was a younger person and I'm going like about the age of childbearing years, it would probably, go back somewhat, maybe. Better chance, anyways. I use beef tallow now for lotion. Make my own whipped body butter. Tallow has many vitamins and heals our skin good. I hear always you should look up videos on benefits of tallow for skin. I will do that. I will do that. I was going to buy some beef tallow, and it's weird that you brought that up because I haven't been able to find it at my local grocery store. My shirt's too big and it slides down off my shoulder. I got to lift it up. Yeah, that was one of the questions in my live. Someone asked if what about, aren't I afraid I'm going to have loose skin or something like that? Can't remember what he asked, but it had something to do with loose skin. And I thought about it. Yeah, that was one of my things before when I lost a lot. I didn't like how my skin was hanging lower, and that's my big fear is having it hang down below my pants, so I wouldn't be able to wear down below my down below my knees, so I wouldn't be able to wear pants. Because how can you wear pants if your crotch is down at your knees? So that was kind of concerning. I don't want to wear dresses all my life, but I may have to. I may have to. Beef tallow. For skin. For skin. Oh, Etsy has it really cheap. Beef tallow, look at that. How much though for beef tallow? This is my third or fourth already. Makes wonderful face moisturizer. Comes from Texas. Made by Crunchy Texas Mamas. Says it's 100% grass-fed, non-GMO, antibiotic-free tallow. Purifying the tallow multiple times might be more appealing. The drawbacks of the process outweighs the recognized benefits. It's a family-owned business that takes pride in raising cattle ethnically. They focus on regenerative farming, no hormones, no antibiotics, non-GMO. They are transparent and humane in the harvesting of their animals. This is not for consumption. Hmm. So if you can't eat beef tallow, that's kind of. I use beef tallow now for lotion. Hmm. Oh, the jar is real super tiny. It's smaller than my hand for $10. I don't think I'll order that. Then we have some here tallow, beef tallow with honey. I wouldn't think that was very good either. They have some for the skin and then the one for frying. Okay, so there is two different kinds. So you can't eat the one that's for the skin, but you can for the frying. PSA: do not use beef tallow. What helps tighten blue skin after weight loss? 5 proven natural ways designed for saggy body skin. Moisturizer is important, but is it enough? Um, Nelson more tackle these real problems of skincare companies. Um, we all know that our skin ages with us. It loses collagen and elasticity. And after 40, 50, 60 years, we can't expect our skin to look as firm, tight, and taut as it did in our 20s. Oh, they just want to sell you something. Yeah, they want to sell you something. Yeah, I don't know why you still couldn't use the one for frying on your skin, but might be a little greasy. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. See, I thought would be doing that, but it also appears that there's two different ones, one for skin and one for eating or frying. Can I use beef tallow on my skin and fry with? Beef tallow can be used for both cooking and skincare. It is traditional fat used for frying and is also gaining popularity as a moisturizer due to its skin nourishing properties. However, it's important it's important to source high quality rendered tallow and consider potential drawbacks like strong smell or allergic reactions. Yeah, I would almost think because I used to I used to raise pigs, and then when I had them slaughtered, when I had them slaughtered, they would give me the skin with the fat on it. And what I did was I put them in big trays, about the full length of my oven, and that was about this deep. Um, and I would put these skin with that probably about that much fat on it in that pan, and I would slowly, with low heat, and melt that fat off that skin. But it was very low heat. And then I put it in mason jars. Because it would be melting, um, and it would harden after it cooled off. I put it in the refrigerator, and I would use it for cooking. That's how I did it. I'm assuming it's done the same way. But I used to throw away, at the end, with that all that melted down, you get a layer of like skin, like about like this. I threw that away. I know now that you can actually deep fry that, and with some salt, you could make uh, pork skin. What do you call it? Pork rinds. But at the time, I didn't know that. This lady who has talked on Bella the Steak and Butter Gal, who had her skin get tighter, but it takes time. I'll look up that video. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure because there's been a lot of people that have lost weight over the years that have their examples or their ideas. Some individuals may find the smell of tallow unpleasant, and it may not be suitable for all skin types, potentially leading to clogged pores for some. Oh, well, that would be awful. Put it on your body and then you get zits. And I'm sure if I looked in a lot of Dr. Berry's videos, I'd find something too. There's a lot of doctors that would have some stuff in there. Well, it is midnight exactly. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Nope. Hmm. That is not what I meant to do. You know, someone asked, I think it was Tammy, are you walking tonight again? Did you find last night's walk easier? Etc. Etc. Well, of course, as you know, I made that video and it hasn't had a lot of comments. Some, I think like 4 or 5. And someone actually unsubbed me from that video. And I thought, well, they must not have liked it. Maybe people don't like that I'm walking because there was one person that unsubbed me um, after watching that video. So that was kind of weird. But then I have to remind myself that my video isn't just my carnivore diet. It's also with baby. So maybe they joined because of baby's videos, not because of the carnivore journey, and they didn't want to hear about that. So I'm sure my My subs are going to go up and down anyway. Are you doing any ribbon, ribbit? And there's 12 in here. Hello, everyone. Wow, 12 people. Well, welcome to Grandma's Crocheting Corner. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, and you're probably right. Probably pressed it by accident. How did I discover I was watching. I was doing keto. This was a year ago. I was doing keto and I was trying to get some, and things like carnivore kept popping up and I would ignore it because I was, doing keto. And then this video came up of Homestead How. There's a guy by the name of Carrie. He was talking about somebody else named Bill Knotts, and Bill Knotts had written to him an email saying that he's over 700 pounds and hasn't left his house for like 4 or 5 years. And so I watched it, and then I started watching Bill Knott's videos, and I cried because everything he was saying just seemed like he was talking about me. It was like he was my twin, and I understood everything that he was going through. And it touched me so much that I decided to start my first carnivore journey a year and a half ago on New Year's Day because I watched it like the night before. And so I did, and I lost. I had already lost a few pounds being on the keto. I lost probably about 40 pounds, but I stayed on carnivore for about 5 months, and I lost a total of about 105 pounds, 110 pounds. And I went on vacation and went off the diet. And now a year later, I'm going back on it because I had gained some of that back. There's a picture of me before I found the carnivore diet, sitting in a chair in my living room. That was when I was at my biggest. It's I got it posted in on the channel under posts. I put a picture of myself on there, and I was heading back to that 400-pound mark or higher because at the time my scale didn't go higher than that, and so that was scary. But when Bill Knotts was doing it and I was watching his channel, I realized if he can do that, if he can do this carnivore journey and become healthy, and other people, because then I started watching the carnivore journeys of other people. Yeah, his story broke my heart. I cry. Every single one of his videos, I cry watching them because he's such an amazing man, you know? And to be that unhealthy, I understood. I mean, I wasn't 700 pounds, but being at 400 plus pounds, I understood. I understood how you have such a hard time. You can't even get up out of a chair. You have to try to pry yourself up. And just standing up was so hard and painful. And trying just to walk to the bathroom was so painful and hard. I couldn't breathe when I got there. I thought I was going to pass out before, 10, 15 steps away. And you're lucky if you can make it. I was considering buying one of those disabled chairs for a potty chair because it was getting that that bad. And I just cried. And I said, I can't get to 700 pounds. I just can't. And yeah. And even doing this is because when I came back, I was still watching his journey after a year. And I said, you know what? I need to stay focused. I need to be on this journey, carnivore journey, and I'm going to do it the way Bill did. And that's why I'm doing this was because if Bill could do it and be that strong and vulnerable, then I'm going to do it. So I keep saying Bill's my hero because he is. And look at him. Look at him today. He's beautiful. He's so handsome. And he looks so much younger and he's looking healthier. He's getting out of his house. He's driving his little buggy all over the place. you know. Ah, he just touches me. He is a beautiful, beautiful man. Very, very, you know, very, very kind and sweet and just a very good man. He's an awesome, and I love Daisy, you know. Look, that got me teary eyed just thinking of Bill Knotts. See, I didn't even have to watch one of his videos to cry. All I have to do is just think about what he's going through. And I understand, I can connect. Yeah, exactly. Life being heavy is so much harder. And we tend to forget like where we came from when we're starting to feel better. Because when I lost that 110 pounds last year, I felt better. I wasn't perfect. I didn't feel perfect, but I was able to be more mobile. For the first time I was able to, walk around at the beach. I even went last summer. I went to Maine as on a vacation, and I kid you not, my son has this like, I don't know what kind of a boat that you would call it. It's like a party boat, where multiple people could go in and sit down on it. But you have to, it doesn't come in. There wasn't a dock, but I was able to walk out and actually climb a ladder of that boat and get in to that boat to be able to go on a boat ride. I hadn't done something like that, or even able to do something like that in years. Being big, you can't do stuff like that. And doing something like that with my family is so important. If I hadn't lost that 110 pounds, then I would have missed being able to be on that boat and having a good time, all that laughter. Yeah. She had to have skin removal. Sorry, guys. Of course, when you want a tissue, you can't find one. Yeah, that's a significant amount of weight. That's 400 pounds. Can you imagine losing what? At least three, four people? Can you imagine how good she feels having being 300 and having lost the weight of four people? Ah, sorry. I should be keeping my box of. I thought I had a box of tissues here. Oh well. Thank you, Tammy. Jeez. Now the tears won't stop. Oh my gosh. Silly, silly. Sorry, guys. Being a big girl is very emotional. You know, when you have to live your life being picked on and hello. Yes, here we go. Got a tissue. Sorry. I got emotional thinking about Bill. I watched Bill too recently. I started carnivore again 2 weeks ago. I'm around 360. I'm not weighing this time. I lost 30 last year and went off around Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I'm not going to quit this time. I'm not either, Cindy. We're going to do it, right? And we're all going to have each other's backs doing it too. Jeez. Yes. Restart carnivore every minute. That's right. The fight is on. I'm 65. I don't know how much time I got left. I could die when I take that walk out on the driveway later. But I'm not going to die giving up and just ending my life by sitting in this chair anymore. No one should. Good for you, Cindy. Good for you. Last year there was times I was in a wheelchair too. There was times every time I went to the doctors they made me sit in a wheelchair. I'd leave and go someplace and had to have a wheelchair. But yeah, all it takes is one step at a time. One step forward. And if you fall, you got to get back up again and continue on. You know? I'm going to be doing the pool too, but I want to get a bathing suit that will fit me, and that there's modesty. So I don't have all the. See, I've got other things going on, so they would have to be shorts because my my fat that hangs, I got like a tumor about this big that's between my legs. That's under my big belly apron. And it's hard finding pants or shorts that doesn't show that. So when I say before I can do that, I have to find a bathing suit, and it has to be the right kind of bathing suit. So that's what I mean by that. How are you able to, Cindy, what kind of pool are you going into when you say you're going to the pool on Monday? Is it like the YMCA, the YWCA, or I was inspired watching you walk your driveway. Then by golly, I need to keep doing it, right? Every day I'm going to film it. If it inspires one person, then it might inspire somebody else too. And that's what this journey is all about, guys. That's why we're here. That's why I do videos every other day, doing lives for carnivore earlier. And we have this here. We can sit around, cry, crochet, and just have it all out there, you know? I don't know how many videos I'm going to be crying in. Yes. Victories. Remember that. Remember that, Cindy. Victories. When you stood up using your walker from your wheelchair and you took a few steps, that's a victory. And you should be proud of that victory. You have to be proud of your victories. Don't worry about all the bad things, that might happen. Don't let somebody else get you so bad that you go back to eating again, emotional eating. Good night. Sorry, Elizabeth. Sorry about my crying, everybody. We have a rec center here. I wear shorts, take my floaty thing for my oxygen, and just jump around in the pool and move. It helps my lymphedema, not to be mistaken for lymphedema. But I have a suit too. At my YMCA, you don't have to have a swimsuit. A pair of shorts, a top, like a t-shirt. Okay, so I will check into all that information. I got to talk to my daughter about it because I want to make sure I go to the white YMCA, YWCA. I don't know which one is the one. Oh, okay. And good night, Elizabeth. Sorry, I don't know. You probably already left. Yeah. See, we can all cry together too. Me and Tammy are crying buddies. Yeah, before I went live tonight, I was watching a video that came up on my homepage, on my YouTube homepage, and it was the same video that I watched that got me to find carnivore, and it was Carrie from Homestead How talking about and showing the email he got from Bill Knotts. That was like 2 years ago. It's the same video I watched a year and a half ago that got me into the carnivore to begin with. Yikes, I don't know if my exercise routine was it that hard or if it was that hard. I was dripping sweat. Feels so good just stopping to say good night. Good night, Sin. The watching what I eat and water aerobics, I lost almost 100 pounds. Oh, nice, Barbara Jean. Good for you. Awesome, awesome. Oh no, I missed a stitch. No, no, I gotta take. Oh, I gotta rib it. Oh, gotta rib it. See if I did it to any others. Oh, I can't believe I gotta take all that out. This is Nikki's fault. She jinxed me. You know, if we can get healthier, no matter what we're doing and how we're doing it, hey, go for the gusto. Go for it. For me, I find it easier to do the carnivore because I have so many. Um, if I take one bite of something, I'll probably eat the whole darn thing. So I have to be more strict than the average Joe because I can't just. I'll watch what I eat. Yeah, I watch what I eat. But that doesn't stop me from slowing down and eating less. I'm just weird. I have food addiction. So doing it with the carnivore, I get full. I don't want to be hungry. And the carnivore diet really takes care of that hunger pangs that I dislike. And when I went back to eating carbs again after doing carnivore and I started getting that hunger back again, I was like, oh no, and I was right back into full steam ahead and eating carbs because I was always hungry. You eat a dish of pasta, a half hour, an hour later, you're hungry again and going back for more food. Yeah, Gary is a sweetheart. I wrote to him once an email um, and thanked him for introducing me to Bill and that I had just had my anniversary of losing 100 plus pounds. And it was because of him and Bill Knotts. That was a year ago I did that. And he did respond and talk to me. If I ever wanted to do a video with him, I could, but at the time I didn't feel like I could. Well, now I'm doing my own videos. At the time, I was like, no, I'm not into all that. And someone else got in touch with me not too long ago, a few days ago, and asked me if I wanted to be do a live with her on her channel and talk about my journey. And I can't even remember now who that was. I said, well, give me a couple of weeks. I'll think about it. Yeah, I like Carrie. His wife, Jen, is nice too. Carnivore helps with my cravings. Yeah, it does me too. I swear if I eat sugar, I'm a raving addict all day. I'm making Navajo bread tomorrow for my family members, and I'm scared to death I'll cave. Don't do it, Cindy. You can do it. You can stay strong. Yeah, I had to make American chop suey yesterday. I did it, but I did not cave, and I love that meal. But I did it, and I didn't cave. If I can do it with American chop suey, a pasta dish, that my family, yes, eat lots and lots of meat, eat some bacon, stay strong. When I have those little cravings, I always think about how on this shoulder I have an angel, and on this shoulder I have the devil. And when I get ideas of, oh, one piece isn't going to hurt you, just try one piece. To me, that's the devil speaking. And then the angel says, you got this. You got this. Stay strong. You got this. Stay strong, Cindy. You got this. Just think of, you don't want the devil to win. You don't want the devil to win. Imagine those little creatures on your shoulder. That's what I do. And Don and I even talk to them too. Stop it, Satan. You're all gonna think I'm crazy now. Say, oh God, that old lady is crazy as a loon. I have some pork belly. I'll fry that. I'll think of that devil and angel. That's right. That's what I do. And usually I just brush it off like, you know, it's the devil my shoulder trying to get me to fail. Nope, not today, Satan. Because in my head, that's what's going on. It's almost like I got a split personality, and you know, it's just eat one piece. No, you don't want to. You want to stay strong. Just one bite. No. So the devil's the cravings. Yes, I cried when Jen met Bill. I did too. With their Alaskan trip last week or 2 weeks ago. It's all so emotional. Many are struggling. Way easier quitting smoking years ago. Food is a lot harder. Exactly. Smoking, you don't actually have to have it to survive. Food, you have to have it to survive. And you don't get hungry if you need a cigarette. You just get a craving. So, but food, you have to eat food to survive. You need water, you need food, and you need water, food, and air. Without one of those three things, you will die. Yes, this is our other one. We do a late night every night, 7 days a week. We do another one. We crochet, we talk about yarny things, and we talk about other things. But it's every night, every night. 7 days a week. We're here between 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes we've even done one that was like 6 hours. But it's for anybody and everyone. Yeah, it is. But I'm a grandma. I'm lonely, and everyone keeps me on the path on my journey. We're all getting strong together. I'm a grandpa. Yeah, I'm a great grandmother. My grandson just had a daughter, a 46-year-old grandpa, no less. There you go. Well, I'm 65 and a great grandmother. Well, I say I'm 65, but in reality, I don't turn 65 till next month. Nice. They're so cute at that age too. We've got a second grandchild on the way. She's due the week of Christmas. My daughter, she was due the week of Christmas. She was due on the 22nd, either the 22nd or the 23rd. But I didn't have her. I went past Christmas, and I remember my ex-husband at the time. He was my ex-husband. Um, that morning we woke up on the 31st, and he says, "You need to have the baby today because it's our last chance to have a deduction for next year." So she was born 7 o'clock that night, and it's not like I tried to, force it. It just happened. I'm a grandpa to 15 and a great mother to 5, with one more on the way. Wow. She'll be a C-section. It'll be planned out. Okay, that's one way of doing it, making sure it's either done before Christmas and everyone. Well, the doctor will want to do it before the holidays, so that'll be done before the holidays. So you'll have a grandchild by Christmas. Yeah, that's good that it can be planned out. You can get everything taken care of and ready. Now, for all those that haven't met Keto Simple, he and his wife both do keto. I think he said his wife too. And he's also got a channel, a YouTube channel as well, that covers the keto journey. Is it keto carnivore or just plain keto? I haven't watched any yet because I had to get ready for this channel from earlier. I mean, this live from earlier after the last live. So keto, since that's pretty good, that's a long time. Yeah, on this one, on this live, we do 7 days a week. We've been doing it now for about 3 weeks. And on average, we only have about 10 people, 10 to 13, 14 people in. A lot of people sit in the background. A lot more crocheters come and just watch the channel crochet while they're lurking. We usually don't have a topic, but anything goes, whether it's carnivore, keto, it could be anything. The only thing that we don't allow or we don't really want to discuss is politics. So anything can happen. You can talk about anything. So it's whatever. And lots of times it still turns into carnivore. We've had nights where we've talked about dieting from keto all the way up to, even fat free diets. But the only thing not allowed is politics because everyone is so. These past few years with politics is not like the norm. Everyone's very. Yeah, I got nervous last night when somebody from North Korea came in, and I started thinking, "Oh gosh, please don't talk about politics." And he was nice. I guess just because you're from a place like that, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be talking about war or something. But we talk about the weather. I'd say North Korea is the only place I'd not believe someone is from. I know, right? That's what I was thinking too. I think he was I can't remember now what his, but he did have a YouTube channel. I checked out his YouTube channel and it seemed political, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I don't know. That's where he said he was from. And he had videos about North Korea, some about China, Japan. Really? That he hasn't been back since, unless they're a defector. Oh, that could be. But he came in about the time we were ending the night stream, and we stayed a little bit longer because he came in last night. But then I finally said, "Well, I gotta go." Barbara Jean, we also talked about aliens as an ET phone home. Yes, we have talked about aliens, especially with that possible spaceship coming towards Earth that'll be here around November. So don't make any plans. Now, will that happen? I don't know. The state of North Korea is not a place that would allow a person to have a YouTube channel or even have access to the internet or YouTube. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when he was talking about it. And his YouTube channels just seemed, his videos on that just seemed a little odd. but he hasn't been back. But you meet all kinds. For the most part, though, we've had a really good group of people coming in. For the most part. Yeah, I've been just tonight. What did I do with my papers? Oh, right here. I've started to make like little maps of where people are from around the world. Got a couple on here, but just tonight I started doing it. When people start talking about where they're from, it's like, oh, I'm gonna put that on my map. I'm in India. Let's put you on the map. All right, what did I do with my pen? I will grab another pen. I think I dropped it on the floor. Let's see, India. India. Indiana. Idaho. Be nice if I knew where all these states were so I didn't have to look at every state. I can't read that one. There it is. Oh, it's right next to Ohio. Keto Simple is from Ohio. I got Barbara Jean. You're on my map. I go meetups in Ohio and other states too. Cool. Is my hubby carnivore? No, he is not. I wish he would, but he will not. He's sort of, well, he eats whatever I cook, but he also has to have his sweets, his cakes, and his cookies. But I wish he would, but he won't. And he has to choose. I can't force it on him. Yeah, I got Nikki, Casey, um, the people that I work with. They came on. I got them on Texas. Texas so far is winning by far by how many? Look at Texas. Look at all those people from Texas. Got Hunter, Bridges, Sierra, Barbara Jean, Nikki, Casey. There's quite a few people. 6 people from one state. But there's been a lot more than all that. I just started putting them on today. Those are the ones I could remember. Yeah, Nikki must have fallen asleep, or she's having trouble with whatever it is she's crocheting. So how long have you said you had your channel? Have you had you said you are keto since 2016, but how long have you had your channel? I'm tired tonight. No, my husband will not do keto. He says you only have one life to live, and he is going to live his life eating and enjoying whatever he wants. So he doesn't care. As much as I've talked to him about it, he will not give. But he's not like big like I am either. He's at least 100 or more pounds less than I am. He's a little over 200. What the heck? Oh, I see what that is. Never mind. Yeah. Well, hello, people. There's more and more coming in. We're a little bit on the quiet side tonight. It's getting later and later. We've been here for almost 3 hours. Actually, for me, it's been longer than four between the first live and then the second live. So you're all welcome to come in and hang out, crochet, do whatever, talk about anything. All is good. We talk about anything. We even cry here. So Keto Simple comes in, and we just got over having a major cry session. I hope Nikki's all right. She's being real quiet. Welcome back. Oh, you had to run to the gas station. Well, welcome back. I'm starting to get burning the candle on both ends. I've been living in. I have been living in Ohio now for, gosh, for 3 years as of this month, August. So it's been 3 years this month, and I think that maybe between how much that I was driving, which is nil, and my husband's been driving, we probably have filled our car twice in 3 years with gas. Yeah. Yeah. So how much weight have you lost? I hope she's all right. I ought to scroll up and see what was the last thing she said. Maybe I missed something. Let's see. She tied me to the corner, lol. And someone needs to tell me there's a different size bed other than a queen. Crocheting a small blanket is not in my vocabulary. According to my brain, you do. Until you have to rip it out. Yeah, the last thing she said was talking about a blanket and having to rip it out until you have to rip it out. And she's been quiet ever since. Oh, there she is. I had a feeling you fell asleep. Why don't you just go to bed? You must be tired. I'm gonna I'm gonna end the stream, I think, within the next half hour. How's that? But you should just go to bed. I started at 421 pounds and got all the way down to 273. Now I'm roughly 325, something like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was right around there for at least 400. I really don't know what the starting weight was when I started keto, because I started keto before I went to carnivore. And I got down to last summer, I went on vacation. And when I did that, I was at 283. And I got back up to 336. So now I'm trying to start again with the carnivore. I'm doing the carnivore 30-day challenge. And I'm probably going to stay down on that until I get down to close to my goal weight and then do maintenance with keto. Okay. So we're all right around close to about the same. Difficult journey for sure, but it's not impossible. Hi, baby cakes. Hi, darling. You slept hard. You were in there snoring. He's gonna go back to sleep, are you? Oh, you gotta come out and visit the world, are you? Well, hopefully there hasn't been too many bad people here. No, no, all was good. I can click the button too. Hello, darling. I'll let baby click the button. Kick them out if they don't behave themselves. Did you get water up your nose? So far, so good. Yeah, we've had some weirdos, that's for sure. But then again, I think live streams at night invite them anyway. Oh, we're down to 5 in here. You missed me crying like a baby. We had a little crying club in here earlier. Who showed up? No, there was a few of us talking about, you know, just struggles and Bill Knotts being, some of us follow Bill Knotts' story and how when we watch his channel, we start bawling to know about where he came from and how he started his journey. It's just, or where he was when he started his carnivore journey. It's just makes us cry. So a few of us, we got to reminiscing about Bill Knotts, and we all, a few of us anyway, started bawling our eyes out. Ah, I'm tired tonight. Hello, Nifty. Welcome back. How are you tonight? I am so sorry there was no way of a man to fall asleep. I got sleep. I'm amazing. I'm so glad to see you. I left you a couple of messages on your live earlier, but I don't think you saw them. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and look. I usually don't look at the messages too much when I'm live. Are you as nifty on the messages? Yeah, I'll have to read them later. Are you actually known as Nifty when you're in? Because sometimes when you write messages, your name actually changes. See, go to your channel. Oh no, should have come up, but I'll look later. Okay, I'll look later. Yeah, because I had an 8 o'clock live, and um, and then a half hour later I had this live, so I don't get to see too many of the messages. I will find them. I'll read them. Yan yan. Yeah, we lost a lot of. We had like 11 in here, and now it's down to 6. Must have been because I said, yeah, I'm going to be going in about a half hour. Yeah, yeah, it was the 8 o'clock live. The messages were right at the beginning, so hopefully later I'll be able to. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I'm doing that wrong. Oh, it was at the beginning of the 8. That's why I didn't see them. I haven't looked at the lives yet. No, I'm not seeing nothing on the 8 o'clock live. No. Oh, well. I'll find him somewhere at some point. Yes, it was 8. The messages were right at the beginning, so hopefully later it'll be easy to find. Oh, you mean on the inside the chat room? Yeah, it's been like a real busy, busy day. Oh, inside the chat room. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to rewatch it and look at the chat. Because when I'm in the chat, when I'm doing one of those lives, I have a paper like this. Let me see, did I put my notes? I have a paper that I keep notes on. I might have already put it away. Um, but I have a paper that I have notes on on what I want to talk about, what I want to bring up, because I can't remember that well and what I want to cover. Usually after I'm done with the channel and I get off and I'm editing, I'm like, why didn't I say it this way? Yeah. So I have to do little notes so I can cover things. And so I don't get to see all the chat if it gets a little busy. And sometimes they get busy. Yeah, I think it got to like 18 or 19 people. Now, I do have one video, Nifty, that I put out today. It was fantastic. Yeah, I really I enjoyed it. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Sometimes it's hard to even face all the stuff that we go through being such a big girl. I try to forget all that negative stuff. And when you got to make a list, that was hard putting together that list. And I kept, remembering more. Add this, add this, add this. So I'm writing notes all over my paper. Now Thursday is gonna be victories. So it's kind of the opposite feel of today, talking about all the struggles. So Thursday it'll be about the victories. So I did up a 4-minute video asking what are your victories, and let's compile a massive list of our victories. Being on diets, losing weight. What are the victories? Is it one of your victories that you wiped your butt? You could finally reach. Put it down. I every day I go and I check, see if I can reach. Can I reach it? Can I reach it? Can I reach it? Then it's like, no, not quite. I remember all the things on the list. I'm a very empathic person. And when I was listening, I felt your pain. I remember you getting teary eyed talking about going to events with your grandchildren. Yeah, that would be. That is a victory. I mean, that's one of the numbers, last year when I got under 300, it was like such a major victory for me. And I'm so close. I'm so close. I don't know how close, but last Saturday, I was at 318. So I got 18 more pounds before I can get under 18. I mean, 300. I got 18 pounds. And that's going to be a major victory for me. But so isn't wiping my butt after I go poo. I do get emotional, Nifty, when it comes to my family because I do want to be able to do things with them and not be, like, for an example, this weekend, all my family is going to be doing something together. some sort of museum. I can't remember now the name of it. Even my husband's going. And I said, no, I'm not going to go. And the reason why I know I'm not going to go is because I don't want to, one, embarrass them. Two, what, what if I can't make it? It's a lot of walking. Is there going to be places for me to sit? Is it something that I'm going to have to do to bring my walker? Because I've been so headstrong on no, I don't want to bring my walker. But that would give me a place to sit. So, like, I'm not going. I'm going to stay home Saturday. And the rest of the family, my son, my grandkids, my husband, my daughters, they're all going to this museum, and I'm staying home. And it just saddens me that they think I'm just being stubborn or whatever. They just don't understand how difficult something like that can be. So I can't wait until I can get under 300 and continue to go down and be able to move. That's why I want to. That's why I'm doing so much walking, or I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to get more mobile so that I can get stronger and that I can make it to a lot of these family activities. I can go to the park with them. I can go to football practice, go to cheer practice, go to, my kids had cheer practice the last 2 nights, and I don't go because, what if I can't find a seat? What if, I rip through my chair that I bring? It's there's too many variables. I don't want to embarrass my grandchildren. So, but I'm going to do it. So, yeah, I get teary eyed when I think about that type of stuff. What is it called? A rollator? Well, let's take a peek. Rollator. I don't even know what a rollator is. Roll, rollator. Whoops. R. Oh, I do have one of those. That's what I meant by my walker. Yeah, if you watch my I have probably, I call it my Rolls Royce of a walker. Yeah, I call it the Rolls Royce of a walker. Um, my son bought it for me about 3 years ago when I couldn't get around. I'm not sure if I can find the exact one, but it's really big. Oh, that one looks nice. That one's like a wheelchair. I'm trying to see if I can find the one I have. Oh, mine has bigger wheels. But it's so big. It's so big. Hmm. And I love the underseat basket. Aw. Thank you, Nifty. The one I have in my garage looks like that one, but it's not that brand because it holds up to 500 pounds, and that one only holds up to 350. But that's what it looks like. Ugh, gotta get the camera back. Yeah, it stores a lot of stuff. But it's so big that, at least the one I have, it's so hard to put it in like a trunk of a car, or my daughter would bring her truck and would set it in the truck when we would go walking at the park. But I do have one of those. I call it my Rolls Royce of a walker. How much do I got left? Oh, I'm almost done. Yeah, it does. It's a good size. That one's smaller. My under the seat, it's much big. My basket, or whatever you want to call it, under the seat is much bigger than that. At the time that I got my first one, I had an Oldsmobile Silhouette van. My second one that went through and 3 times rollover accident. That's in a vehicle that was a Mitsubishi Outlander. Oh, oh no, Nikki, no. I even have a riding cart for people that are disabled. That's in my garage. But again, you have to have a truck. Well, you can get those things for your vehicle that you can put them on, but Grandma, I'd love to kick your butt in a great game of Scrabble. I heard you mention that yesterday, and I couldn't believe it. I love Scrabble too, Nifty, and I can't get people to play with me. But my son, he came up and we played. We did teams because we were doing it with the grandkids. So I love Scrabble, and it's great for kids, especially if you're doing a team. And I was by myself. My daughter was by herself. My son and grandson were together as a team, and Allie and her dad, my granddaughter and her dad, they were together as a team. My son and Mickey, my grandson, they won. They won. But sometimes it's not that you're a horrible player that you lose. You just don't get the luck of having, good letters. If you don't have good letters in a game of Scrabble, you're screwed. But I love Scrabble. But we, because of the grandkids playing, they're 11, 10, no, 11 and 12. Um, we went ahead and allowed names and cities and that type of stuff. When I play with just adults, we don't allow, you know, names of cities and names. But yeah, we've been playing games all week. I am so gamed out right now, but it's been fun. I didn't. I even mentioned that on uh, on here. For all those that are not talking and are here, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Grandma's Corner. Nikki, you're not supposed to be ripping it out. You're supposed to be making it grow bigger. How are you going to get it done if you have to keep ripping it out? It's not going to happen if you rip it out. Yeah, we didn't have a Scrabble dictionary. I used to have a big one. I had a big dictionary. If it was a word, it was like this thick. It was hard copied, and it was, just a huge book. It had stuff in there that you would not think was a word, and it was a word, and it would give a definition. So the rule was when I had that book, that big, huge dictionary, that if it was in that book, you could use it. But you know what? I don't mind the kids using a dictionary or anyone using a dictionary because the way I saw it was if you have to use a dictionary to form a word, you're learning a new word. So to me, it was okay. I played with people where they said, no, cheating. If you're using a dictionary to find a word, you're cheating. I don't see it that way. I see it that you're learning. You may have to take the whole thing out. No. I did that once. I had to rip out something because I did something all the way at the beginning, and finally I said, screw this. I am going to leave it in there and work around it. But sometimes you can't fix it. You have to rip it out. But it sucks when you have to rip it out. Oh, so bad. Like this, I made a mistake on this already, and I said, that's it. I'm done trying to fix it. Because I have to do a treble. That line is a running uh, treble, but I kept doing doubles, and I kept taking the whole thing out because I was making double crochets instead of trebles. So I said, that's it. It's not going to have trebles. It's going to have double crochets. Yeah. I only allow use of a dictionary where the word is being challenged when we play. No cheating. See, but see, I like playing with young. My kids. I'm the oldest, so for me, it's like, yeah, go ahead. You're learning a new word. If you find a word in the dictionary, you won't forget it. You've learned a new word. Ugh, Nikki, I feel so bad for you. And it also depends on who I'm playing with. Now, my son has a photographic memory. Robbie does. And so if I'm playing with him, nope, it's challenge only. But I have to do some give because it's the only way I can get the kids to play with me. Come on, Nikki, you got this. You can do this. You got it. You got it. You got it. You can do it. Oh no! Now is this the blanket one, the Tunisian? Yeah. So sorry. I know what that's like, and it is not fun at all. So discouraging. Mhm. Hello. Hello there. How are you? What time is it where you are? It's like 1:30 a.m. here where I am. It's 1:40 a.m. where I am. Yes, playing with kids, you should definitely allow a dictionary 100%. I think that's a great idea to teach some new words. Yeah. But not if you're already a smarty. You got to get your wins where you can. Where you from, Anna? I think you weren't you here yesterday? I can't remember. Oh, from Tennessee. Put you on the map. Nashville, Tennessee. Anna. Yeah, I got a map. I'm putting people on it that come into the room. Oh, yeah, I thought you looked familiar. I thought you did. So you're up. Why are you up at 2 o'clock in the morning? Are you crocheting? You couldn't sleep, so you decided to pop in? Yeah, I'm crocheting. Nice. I will be up the rest of the night for sleeping those 3 hours. Ew. It went good. I did 3 rounds up and down the driveway. I'm gonna do it again and record it again once I'm done with this live, which I'm gonna leave in about 20 minutes and then get that done and then take a shower and go to bed myself. So how I'm sure you must be walking and more mobile, right? I would think if you're keeping it under 300, you're mobile, right? I need to do better because I had all the knee replacement Yeah, I knew someone that ended up having both their knees replaced. So they had troubles for a long time. Yeah, that does make things difficult. Anna, I haven't really been baking anything that's a pastry. I stay away from all carbs right now because I'm a carnivore and I am trying to get healthy. But I'm sure there's probably other people here that might be able to talk about those things. I don't know, the knee surgery wasn't so bad, but someday I'll tell you the story of when I went to the rehab because I didn't want me at home. But oh, yeah. I knew one person that didn't have both done at the same time. She had one done and she ended up going into the rehab and she went home and then I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 months later, she's back in the second time to have the next one done. But her recovery was a little bit longer because her other leg wasn't as strong as the first time around, if that makes sense. So it took her a little bit longer to recover the second time around. She did, but it just took her a while. So how is it now? Is it a little bit better now? Yeah, when you're recovering from something like that, they really don't want you home by yourself. Oh, excuse me. Barbara Jean, are you on the Discord? Before surgery, it wanted to pop out of place. It doesn't do that anymore. Well, that's good. Oh my goodness. Maybe. Maybe, you're the one. I think I'm back. I think. I can't believe I passed out like that. I have to be awake all day taking care of my dad. Oh, then you need to go to bed early. I'm leaving here in like 14 minutes. 14 minutes, I'm leaving. You can leave now and go to bed. I just want to finish this and then I'm going. And then I can say I got another panel done. I'm no longer tired. Well, you can't stay up now all night long and then go hang out with your dad for the day. Hi, Zach. How are you? How are you doing? Howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome to the room, the crazy room. Do 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 do. Kids go back to school tomorrow. Well, in the morning. Do 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 do. Yeah, we're all like tired. I know I am, but I'm still gonna do my walk as soon as I'm done with this live. Not too bad. Had an interesting day today. I left my music on shuffle and it landed on some of the most explicit music I own. It's from like the 30s or so. Wow. My was it like band music? My husband likes band music from that era. Well, that's good. Well, I hope that's good. I'm almost done. And then I'm going to be logging off, guys. I can barely keep my eyes open. It's getting up earlier than I'm used to. Visiting with my son and my daughter and the grandkids. Playing games. I pooped. Oops. I was in rehab Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No real pain medicine except for Tylenol. And by Thursday, I was in such severe, yeah, with them making me walk and stuff. Ugh. Definitely, definitely banned. I love finding weird stuff from all eras of music. And I hadn't listened to it for a while, so I didn't recognize it. I am. I even talked down to the doctor. Ooh, right, because he didn't want you to go home or something. Yeah, of course there is. When you have knee replacement surgery, there is a reason they give you some type of narcotic for pain. Yeah, it drives me nuts nowadays that people have to suffer when they're in pain because they're afraid to give someone a pain medication and they might get addicted to it. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter because those people are in pain. Give them something, just don't give them more than what they need. I mean, jeez. I swear some doctors don't have a brain. Another one bites the dust. No, I left the rehab under my own steam. He goes, "Are you questioning the doctor?" I said, "I am." Yeah, I kid you not when I say this. I have never had an ear infection. I've never had a bladder infection or any of those that would, or even strep throat. I've never had to take an antibiotic for anything except for a year ago I caught pneumonia and they gave me an antibiotic. I'm normally never sick. And I don't take medication unless I need it. When I had bone cancer in my jaw, they had to take out all of my teeth. I had a mouth. They had to scrape down and cut down my jawbone um, and clean it all up and stuff from the cancer. And they had to remove all my teeth. And I must have had like 22 stitches or something in my mouth, uppers and lowers. And for 6 months, I couldn't even get dentures in. But I remember him giving me pain pills when he sent me home from the oral surgery. And I took some of them, like for a day or two. A week later, I went to go see him again, and he pulls all the stitches, and he says, and he takes out his prescription pad, and he goes, "I'm going to give you some more pain pills." And I'm like, "I don't need any." He goes, "What do you mean you don't need any?" He goes, "Aren't you in pain?" And I said, "Yes, I'm in pain. But you don't understand. Before you took my teeth out, my jaw hurt so bad. It hurt severely just to talk. The pain that I'm dealing with now is like a relief. I don't need anything." He was shocked that I told him I didn't need it. He says, "You'd be surprised how many people would take a prescription for pain relief when even if they didn't need it." I didn't need it. But I also know me, my body, I can take an extra strength Tylenol, just a regular extra strength Tylenol, and for the most part, it can put me right to sleep. So the pain pills usually knock me on my ass. It puts me to sleep. That's why I don't like taking them. Time to buckle down on diet. Should have avoided the scale. The nurse told me that if I left, I was going against doctor's orders. Ow. All right, guys. The video has been going on for 4 hours. I am going to go ahead um, and turn it off. I mean, if you guys want to, I can just leave it running and just close the thing of the camera. But I have to leave. I am so tired, and I still got to go out and do my walk. So I'm going to say night-night, everybody. Sweet dreams. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I don't even know if anyone sees me. Push the button. Night-night, everybody. Bye-bye. 3, 2, 1. Engage.